Serginho, Boban, Maldini, Bierhoff. Serginho is kept on going from left full back, but he couldn't feed Boban. Came on with about a quarter of an hour of the derby left on Saturday, and suggestion of handball from Serginho there, and Boban really turned it round. Milan were a goal down and they finished 2-1 winners. He had a hand in both goals. Gattuso, met on halfway by Deschamps. Maldini. Gattuso again. Costacurta. Ayala. Well kept in by Serginho. Running at Wise and now running at Ferrer. And going away from Wise, and might well have got away from Ferrer had there been an extra 4 or 5 yards on the field of play.
Yeah, but Ferrer's experience there, you know, as soon as he knocks it past him, realises he hasn't got the pace, and he takes his space. He makes sure that the Brazilian can't get the space. That's experience again, clever running, and then the Brazilian's got no option but to tumble him. But at the moment, it's starting to look a little bit worrying for Chelsea. Could have somehow resisted, it's just non-stop coming back at them.
Ambrosini, Boban. Boban, Shevchenko rising, and a potentially nasty one for Goey.
Yeah, you got a problem there, Leboeuf. One side of it, you got Bierhoff, Shevchenko the other, and you know, it was hard to make a decision which one he had to track. Leboeuf,
Bang. Such has been the nature of the last 4 or 5 minutes that even the classy defenders are opting, at least for a little while, to adopt the anywhere will do attitude.
You also wonder as well, you know, how tired certainly Zola will be. You know, he's all right, he's a fit little lad, but certainly at his age he's not going to appreciate 3 games in just over a week. And big flow as well.
Serginho again running at Ferrer, who again stood up strong. Not a big man, but he's got a canny old head on the shoulders.
Yeah, what's happening, he's relishing it as well, Serginho, now. Without Petrescu there is like a front screen on Ferrer. They work that right side very well, the two Chelsea boys. He's getting a bit more freedom to pick it up and go on the outside. And they should be clearing the box now. As soon as he turns it back, they should clear the box.
Boban to the byline. It's Milan's corner. Chelsea have had no spell in the game which has given them so much cause for concern to match this one.
You see, when they get pressure play like this is where Bierhoff comes into play. I mean, I don't worry about Bierhoff too much when the game's 50 yards, 30 yards from goal, but it's when it's in the penalty box area he can make himself a nuisance.
Hogh came, and he and Leboeuf have clashed, and Leboeuf has gone down. It's okay, but the well-honed, well-organised, well-oiled Chelsea machine of the first half is just creaking a little now. Maldini attempting to effect the flick on at the near post. Chelsea had it well covered. Roberto Di Matteo. This would be a Champions League debut for a player of his quality, quite a thought. Corner given, and Desailly let it go. He thought Bierhoff's was the last touch.
Desailly could do with getting back into position quickly as well. He's ambling back. Instead of taking that quickly, he'd have been caught with his back to the game.
Again, Goey and Leboeuf went for the same ball, but the outcome wasn't too shabby for Chelsea. Zola was nearly onto it, but Serginho has a great turn of speed. Costacurta's long searching ball. It's behind.
Yeah, he's the springboard of most of the attacks this half, Serginho. But he has got to release whether they're not able to just push him across the face of the goal if they're doing so well in the first half.
Roberto Di Matteo with a League Cup tie against Huddersfield under his belt a fortnight ago. A reserve game against Arsenal while all his mates were in Turkey last week. And maybe his moment is about to arrive. Gattuso, Boban, Gattuso, Shevchenko one way, Bierhoff the other, and Leboeuf between Gattuso and Shevchenko. Poyet, lovely touch, flow, bit of space, first time in the half. Poyet through the middle, Zola far post, Wise arriving too, if Flo can find one of them. Poyet, and now Jody Morris. Morris with a shooting chance, and a shot right across goal.
I think there's a booking here for the foul on Poyet.
There's Morris's drive, which in the event was a couple of yards wide.
Yeah, that's the reason the referee waved play on, because he thought Chelsea were in a decent possession. But it was certainly what that one was a particular free kick outside the box, or should have been.
And it was Costacurta who is therefore subject to a ban, which won't be of immediate concern to Messrs Vialli and Wilkins. But it means that for now, Alessandro Costacurta can forget about next week's trip to Istanbul. Chelsea have to think about whether they will need to replace Gustavo Poyet.
You know, when we were watching, let's see this one through. When watching Di Matteo warm up, I was just wondering why, if they were making a consideration, why they didn't put him on at half-time when they had to make a central midfield player change. Poyet's back on now.
Serginho. Ambrosini.
You know they're on fire, aren't they? Milan are on fire at the moment.
Maldini. Seemed for a little while as though it's going to be more of a teaser than it turned out to be for Goey, who's kept 11 clean sheets in 16 games this season.
What they wouldn't give Chelsea for one of those lucky breaks you sometimes get in a match where the opposition are doing all the pressing, all the hammering at you, and you manage to make a break and silence the crowd with a goal. At the moment they're playing from the halfway line backwards.
Maldini.
I think they should try and sprint up the field now and try and press the game up the top half for a little bit. Give themselves a chance. I think if they keep defending deep like this, they'll inevitably concede.
Morris, and into Ambrosini. Gattuso's pass, Leboeuf met it. Deschamps, Babayaro. Had the pass with Poyet in mind, but Poyet didn't have the same run in his thoughts.
The amazing thing about all this is the fact that Shevchenko, who looked the biggest threat on the field first half, although they're having all this pressure now, he's not quite in it. For so much, he hasn't had the same impact. But with a player like him, it only needs one touch.
A night for big men, said Marcel Desailly. He's surely right. Who is going to turn out to be the really big man, the match winner, the clincher potentially of Group H, or at least qualification from there. Serginho, increasingly influential since half-time, but running into Morris there. Ferrer. Shevchenko. Boban.
I know he can look deceptive, but it looks to me a little bit if Andre Flo's shot at the moment.
Deschamps brought it away. Serginho. Tackle by Wise. Deschamps best stationed at the near post. Headed by Ayala. Poyet. Three round him as soon as he had the ball. Gattuso was one of those. Shevchenko trying to get clear of Ferrer, who fairly visibly wrestled him to the ground.
I wonder if Ferrer knew his exact ground there, that he was outside the penalty box. His protest was that Shevchenko had rolled him first.
Free kick for Goey to concern himself with now. Boban is a potentially new dimension in the set-piece scenario. Serginho's left foot would work from this angle. 5 in Chelsea's wall. Zaccaroni volunteering almost to take it himself. Bierhoff nearest goal. Serginho against the wall. Bierhoff attacked it. Desailly charged it down. He is a big man. Forward again by Costacurta. Desailly again. Away by Poyet. Bit of breathing space for Zola. Wise all alone on the far side if Zola gets a chance to see him. Gattuso's tackle, referees let it go, and Gattuso did take the ball. Serginho.
Yeah, in terms of energy at the moment, it seems as if Milan have it all.
Shevchenko. Thrusting run. Desailly again away. Guly. This time Babayaro between him and the box. Deschamps. 20 minutes to play in the San Siro. It was 0-0 at Stamford Bridge on match day 1. That was a fabulous match. Much of this has been terrific to watch also. And it's becoming highly competitive. Deschamps this time on Boban. Serginho. Well watched by Goey. As you mentioned, Ron, just maybe a bit heavy-legged now, and the fixture list that Chelsea have had recently, they've, in the last few weeks, had Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Galatasaray twice, now this trip to Milan. It's massively examining on the body of even the greatest athletes, in which category many of these players are.
I think if Sutton's right physically, I think he should come on now.
Serginho gave and went, and then ran into Deschamps.
He has been a little hero. Not spectacular, not eye-catching, but the players out there know that Deschamps, he's a player's player. He's digging out the little ones, he's helping out, because at the moment they're not quite as effective without Wise alongside him. But he knows what's required to win football matches. He's been in enough games where he's had to dig out a result. He's doing that at the moment.